Eyal Baruch Levi B here from both the Defiant Spirit, which is my counseling, coaching, and consulting business, along with the Viktor Frankl Meaning Academy, which is my now passion and bringing together all the work of Dr. Viktor Frankl with some great partners, logotherapists around the country. I want to talk to you just briefly about a podcast I did. So you can jump over to defiantspirit.org or themeaningacademy.com and you can listen to this podcast it's called Your Search for Meaning. And it really is based on the premise of my teacher and mentor, Dr. Viktor Frankl, who would say that you do not have, that life does not have meaning. There is no meaning in life or meaning of life. And I know that kind of strikes some people as strange, considering he wrote the book behind me, Man's Search for Meaning. But there is no man or woman's search for meaning. There's not humanity's search for meaning. There's your search for your meaning. Yes, there is meaning in life, but it's not some abstraction. It's not some, fortune cookie. Take out the fortune, and this is the meaning of life. There is your meaning for your life, and you are here to discover it. And only you and you alone can discover it. Now, people will say to me, "Well, B, like, what's your job? If you're a logotherapist, I'm going to engage you as a counselor, as a coach. What's the point?" Because we need people to stand by us, to help guide us and support us and encourage us and inspire us. But you got to do the work, right? You can't just come talk to me or any logotherapist or any therapist and the magic just happens. Now, synergy is created, and I can give you my energy and I can offer you insights and inspiration that are far beyond me to empower you and inspire you from within to discover your meaning, but it's yours and yours alone to discover. So nobody can tell you what your meaning is. Nobody can tell you where it exists. Nobody can tell you how to find it. And instead of being like lonely, let's say that's liberating. I get so sick and tired of listening to bad ministers and rabbis and counselors and priests. You hear it all the time, the thou shalls, thou shalt nots, telling people what they should and shouldn't do on their particular journey. Yes, there are universal abstractions and principles and guidelines, but at the end of the day, having guided hundreds and hundreds of people through grief, as an example, I can never tell somebody what the meaning of their loss is. That is for them and them alone to discover. But we are here to discover it. You don't make it, you don't create it. Dr. Frankl says that logos, meaning, exists. The Kabbalists call them the nitzuts, the sparks. They're within the struggles of life. They're within the beauty of life. They're within the mountaintops and the valleys. And your work, your job, is to show up in your life every single day and discover the sparks of light in everything and every opportunity. But that's for you and you alone to do. And I can stand by you and I can support you. And that's exactly what I will do. That's what I do. So give me a shout, defiantspirit.org. You can get more about me, Baruch Levi, or you can go over to themeaningacademy.com and get more about our efforts and my colleagues, or shoot me an email, b@defiantspirit.org, and we can talk about how to discover your meaning and how I can support you in that. One of the ways I'm doing that now is using the Enneagram. If you're watching, which I guess you have to be watching because I'm not doing this as a podcast right now, you see the Enneagram behind me. And the Enneagram is a roadmap. It is not to say that you aren't unique, that your journey isn't yours and yours alone. It is. The Enneagram doesn't put you into a box. You've put yourself into a box. You've put yourself into other people's systems. The Enneagram shows you where you have lost your self, where you have lost your individuality, your ability to choose, as Dr. Frankl would say, your response. And so it's a roadmap, not of who you are, but in some ways who you're not. You're all 9 of these energies behind me, all 9. It's hard to do this backwards. But we've lost access to most of them because we end up in default. We end up in routines and ruts. And so we need roadmaps and systems and strategies to move forward. But at the end of the day, it's not about anybody else's journey. It's not about anybody else's search. It's yours and yours alone to discover your meaning. Yes, meaning does exist, but again, not in some abstract way. Your meaning exists on your search. in your particular circumstances in this very moment. So give me a shout, or jump over to those websites and you can listen to the podcast in the entirety. Until the next time, defy your number and live your spirit.